Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're back. Pretty stoked. Pretty stoked to be back, actually. Got the theme song playing. Well, one of the theme songs. There's two theme songs. All right. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Luckily, I've been doing this the past couple of weeks. All right, so we are going to be starting off, hitting the ground running. We're going to work on Ronin, the Samurai deck. I haven't opened any Ronin files in, let's see, since May 26th. So the first 5 minutes of this whole thing is going to be me getting reorientated with what I've done. Let's see. Let's look at the tuck cases. I have in my head, I remember it being, let's look at these Ronin back. There are 4 different clans, samurai clans. Different samurai clans. And so I had 4 different backs. I found someone on let's see. So we have, and each suit has their own fabric pattern. So this is the spade fabric back design. This is the heart. This is the heart back design. This is the diamond back design, and then the club back design. I hired someone on Fiverr, which I gotta say, I love Fiverr. That's where I've gotten my voiceovers done. Some of my voiceovers, I've also gotten other things done. I had these Japanese characters done, this calligraphy done for me on Fiverr, and it's from what I remember, it's the translation of each of the suits, which I'm not sure which one is which. I'm gonna have to definitely go back and check which one's which, but I think I've got it in a file. And in my head, what we were doing is I had 4 different tuck cases, one for each family or clan. Let's see what this tuck case file has. Like I said, I haven't opened these since May. So, a lot of this stuff, I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, so what this is... Okay, I remember now. A little bit. What was going to happen was each tuck case was going to have a base. And each tuck case clan had a color scheme paper. And then I was going to print the translation of that. Like this is diamond. So I was going to put the Japanese character on the front. And then the other idea, if you can see it in here, I had these like, I can't remember the name of them, but they're a traditional Japanese wooden box, and we were going to die cut. Let me see if I can find a better, because I know I finished those. Let's see if I can find a better one. What this PDF is. it's just a... So I was going to have the deck itself. Let me just draw a picture of it. This is what was in my head, but I may not end up doing this. Because I want to say... I want to say that the die cut was maybe too detailed. I can't remember. Put my glove on here. So what I was going to do was, you have the tuck case. This is the inside tuck case, and each clan has its own colored paper. And let's say this is a Japanese character of some sort that represents that. We'll say this is spades. And I remember, let's say that's the tuck case. And then what we were going to do is we were going to make a slip case that was like one of those Japanese wooden boxes. I'm remembering a little bit now. Maybe I'm off on my details here. And then this was going to look like one of those Japanese boxes. You know, let's say this. And this is a slip case that slips over the colored tuck case. And the parts that would be die cut would be like areas like this inside the design. So you would have that little woodcut box design, which I could have sworn I did all of them. Let me see if I can find them. Paper textures, no. Tuck parts. Okay. What's the biggest file? So these are the backs. Here we go. Ronin tuck base. Maybe this is it. I think that's what I just opened. Let's open these court cards so we can look at those. See what cards we've done. So here are the court cards we've done. We've done 4 kings, and you can see on their clothing, that's the same fabric pattern. That's the same fabric pattern right here. It's on their back design. So all this kind of pattern is their back design. All right, it's got to be in here somewhere. Okay, here's the box. And yeah, here we go. So like, let's say this is the diamond paper, and it's like purple. And I remember that I was gonna have we're gonna have special paper. We're gonna order actual colored paper like this, and that we were gonna print black ink on top of. And so, let's say that the cardboard box, not the cardboard box, this wooden box. Imagine that being the slipcase that's on the outside, and then each suit has its own die cut holes in it like this. You can see the purple through. Let's say this is spades. There's the hearts. And here's the clubs. Not sure why I don't have spade in there. But that's the idea. Whether or not we can die cut that, I'm not sure. I want to say that they said they could. But the only thing about it is this. On this texture, you've got this wood texture. First of all, this is a very detailed die cut in the fact that it has lots of parallel lines. And what also raises the difficulty of doing this tremendously is the fact that you've got this wood texture that has to be matched up, like these little seams that have to be matched up with the die cut. Now, what I'm thinking that we're gonna have to do is it'll bring back the realism a little bit, because we won't have this wood grain going all the correct direction for each one of these little cut parts. Because the way that these boxes are made is they cut the pieces individually and then they just shove them in there. They don't really use glue. So they're all kind of like pressure friction held in there. What we might have to do is just do one solid kind of wood texture where we don't have like a wood grain direction, if that makes sense. And then just die cut out of that. That way they're not, because them having to match this up in terms of registration with the printing and the die cutting, I think is very, very, like, there's going to be a ton of tuck cases that are going to be not matched up, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get some low-hanging fruit, and I'm going to try, let's see, I'm going to try to put the Japanese characters on here. All right, let me see. What I need to make sure is I need to make sure I use the right ones. And I know somewhere I've got that in the files. Let me just find out. I know that I just need to figure out which one is which. Oh, I remember. Let me see. I got it on my phone. And once I figure it out, I'm going to rename the files. I should have done this before. There we go. All right, I'm gonna open these up. All right, this one is Spade. Club. That one's heart. Go back. This one is diamond. And this is Ronin. All right, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna come back to this tuck case. I'm gonna duplicate this file just because I don't remember anything, so all right. So let's do each of the tuck cases because it's pretty easy. Open. Now, I just want to emboss this. Club tuck case. And I was thinking about putting So this club is yellow. So maybe I should make the paper this yellow. can't remember if I wanted to. So I'll ask you guys this. We kind of have two options. We can use white paper. We can use white paper and print this like a base color green. And then if we use a white paper, we can also have the benefit of having like these, you know, this pattern printed in them as well. Now, if we use a colored paper, we really can't print this pattern. We can print the black ink, but we can't really print the pattern just because it just doesn't really work. Now, what we might could do is we could blind emboss this pattern, which a blind emboss just means that you emboss something without any kind of like reinforcing printing on top of it. We might could blind emboss the pattern, and then you use the colored paper. That way, your tuck case is a colored paper full, like all the way through. But what we can do either way is get each tuck case made up. I remember now that the reason why I was going to print it was because on the back of the tuck case, I was going to put the clan symbol. So like this symbol right here, this was going to go on the back of the tuck case. It was going to be going on the back of the tuck case like this, so that when you put the box on, you could see the symbol, because the symbol matches up with the design of the wood. So you can see like this little flower, it matches up with that design. So I remember that's why I was going to print it, because I wanted to do this where you could see, because both sides would be die cut like that. But we could still blind emboss, even if we print if we print it like this, that's okay. All right, let's do this. Let's just go ahead. And just get this low-hanging fruit, so we got like a updated file here. I guess, oh yeah, I wanted to put it vertically so I could make them bigger. So I'm gonna do that. emboss this. I know we're gonna emboss the text, so. However, there is a part of me that wants. There's a part of me that wants to just because it's different, and I don't usually do this. There is a part of me that wants to use these solid colored papers and just print the black on it. I don't know. I feel like I want to try that. It means I'll have to change the color schemes a little bit because I want to match the papers. Let's just go with that idea for right now. Didn't work. Should have color sampled this. Let's turn these patterns off. Now you have to suspend your imagination. I know that this is a very blank, bleak green, but you just have to imagine it being this color right here, this paper. Okay. Let's open up our quartz again. No, I don't want to open Bridge. I hate Bridge. It's the worst Photoshop update of all time is when they put Open Bridge right under New File or Open. We may have to change some of them. Okay, so clubs is green. That's what I'm going for. Okay, spades is going to be blue. So let's go back. Okay, we're on the right track here. But unfortunately, I guess we have this blue down here at the bottom. So definitely have a red, so... All right, I think we're gonna have to change the color of the diamonds just because we don't really have, there's not really a purple. I usually use orange for diamonds, traditionally. I'll use red for hearts, orange for diamonds. Usually green for clubs, which is what I'm doing here, and I usually use blue for spades. So I'm going to use this orange color for right now unless we come up with a different idea. And I wanted all these paper textures to have kind of almost a pastel soft kind of saturation level. That means we're probably gonna have to change the fabric to kind of orange, because I think, let's see. See, I even used orange here. So it seems like I was on the right track. But I used purple for the fabric, which that's okay. Purple and orange are complementary colors, so that's good. See, I knew what I was doing. I just don't remember what I was doing. Now, I know that if for some reason our wooden box idea doesn't work out, we can always make a wooden box that has a die cut window that slips over that shows that shows the character, which I'm okay with as well. Now let's go back and put our. See, we can't. So if we use the paper texture, we can't do the printed symbol on the back, which that's okay. We can blind emboss the symbol on the back, which might work. So let's go back. Just trying to figure out how I want to do that. I'm just going to make a fake paper texture here, just so it's not this bleak. Okay. I want to say that I made these in Illustrator, the symbols. Let's see if I did. It's like
floating, weightless,
no, I didn't. Let's see.
undersea.
And I've got some of them.
Diving
Spade. I I got diamond, hearts. Do I have clubs in here somewhere? Sure I do.
You and me. Like these frozen melodies, and suddenly I only want to feel you breathe.
Now, what you gotta do is, you have to imagine, if you will, that this symbol is gonna be like embossed, but you don't see it necessarily. Now, we could foil it. We could hot foil stamp it, which might be cool. I don't know. Let's say we're gonna do this. Let's make it blue foil. Might be good. Let's just suspend our imagination and see what this might look like with blue foil. So, something like that actually looks pretty sweet. On top of the colored paper. That might be pretty dope. I actually like that a lot. Now, if we're gonna do that, I need to ask them if I need to ask my printers what if I want to hot foil stamp on a tuck case, do I use the foil, the same foil sample book that I use for the gilding? Alright, I like this. We're gonna go this direction for right now. What I need to do is make sure that I put this in the center. So I need to find me a center line here. right, so we're gonna go this direction. All right, we need to make a folder here. Embossing. I want to emboss this. Let me save this file while now that we're getting it going here. Let's go back to Ronin. We're gonna make a new folder here. So the red will be embossing. We got foiling. Okay. All right, looks like spades. Spades is done. Let's do diamond. see what I use for the diamonds. Nice. Nice and big. It is what we like. High resolution images. So we can scale things largely without having to worry about things de-resolutioning. But this will be like an orange foil. Call this foil stamping. Let's go ahead and make it orange. Just so nobody gets confused. We also need it in the embossing layer. Oh, yes. I'm so lucky not to have to redo these. Oh. All right, we got it. It's right here. Batting 1,000 here. Batting 1,000. I don't know, with as simple as these tucks are going to be, I don't know if I want to do just that traditional, you know, crescent moon thumb hole. I don't know. I feel like I want to do something just, it doesn't have to be big or way different. I just feel like doing something a little bit different, just a different, more kind of elegant, custom shape. I don't mind that. It's not bad. repeat that shape with the tongue flap. I made the Federal 52 Legacy decks years ago. I made them available directly on my website. I only made 7 because I only had 7 original Federal 52 decks that were gilded, I think, at the time. So I only had that many decks to make, so that's how many I made. No reasoning to it. Only because that's how many I had. All right, that's fun. I like that. Something different. I like different. Makes me nervous. Why are these a different size? Alright. I just need to check. I need to check to make sure this tuck case fits my cards. Sometimes I get mixed up and use the wrong. Okay, so part of this new DEL that is a non-negotiable for me, I'm sorry, is that at 7 o'clock, I go have coffee with my wife. Now, I like you guys. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. But I like my wife more than I like you. I love my wife more than I like you. So at 7 o'clock every day, I'm going to go have some coffee with my wife. I'm going to try to make sure it doesn't take too long. But I'm just going to leave the stream running because I don't want to be lazy and create 2 streams every day. So I'm going to go have coffee with my wife, and I'll be back after to keep working. So what I'll just end up doing is just putting on the logo like this and go have coffee with my wife. But I'll be back. I will see you guys in just a bit. Peace. back. All right. I'm going to do my best to try to keep it to 30 minutes. We'll see. All right. All right. So we got the new tuck case in there. Maybe we could put the words. Maybe put the letters. You guys have any questions? Questions about anything? Anything? Anything you want to talk about? Dating advice, maybe? I don't know. Anything? Yeah, I will be doing a legacy medallion. I had thought about doing 2 medallions for this because we have the 4 suits and these 4 super dope little medallion rosette designs. I was going to do 2 coins, a gold, I don't know what color, but the one for each of the suits. C-Dub, the sky is blue because of the amount of light refraction in the sky and the color that gets refracted is blue. So it's blue. And that's the light that we see because that's the only one that gets shot out of the prism that is the atmosphere. But as it sunsets, more light is refracted out, and so we see the color shift of the spectrum goes further to red and orange because more light is refracted out, and so the wavelength gets lengthened. The next legal tender that I'm going to be doing will be the Swiss banknotes. I'm just here for you, C-Dub, to help you succeed in life and knowledge. All right, we got our hearts, spades, diamonds, clubs. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. So, now that I'm looking at this, I made this design. I'm just trying to think about what I want to do. I'm not 100% sold on this whole wooden box slipcase thing. However, for some reason my mind keeps coming back to this old design that I did. And it was one of those designs that I made just a conceptual mock-up of and never did anything with. But it was called the Elemental series. Let's see what we got here. So this was the idea of the original one. It just started out with these. Honestly, I was inspired by The Fifth Element, the movie The Fifth Element, with those little stones they have with the different elements. And they all had like this little kind of they all had this kind of symbol on them representing each element. And so there was Terra, which is earth, Ventus, which is water. No, air, Aqua, which is water, and Ignis, which is fire. But the thing about this one is I did these concepts where, I don't know if you can see this, but it's just the tuck cases were just solid black. And then they had like these little patterns in them, which this is a dope idea. I like this idea. I may not use this. I may not cannibalize this concept just from the fact of I may want to use this idea for this deck. And it was just gonna be a cool black tuck case with blind and boss symbols on it with a foiled in symbol. It was gonna be similar to like the Equinox and Solstice deck. And you know what? Yeah, I don't know. And each suit was gonna be different based on the element. So I don't think I was gonna use this black tuck case. But I can still use the black tuck case. That's okay. So what I'm thinking is, I'm just trying to think about what I want to do if I don't do I gotta find my pen first. There it is. If I don't do the little wooden box, which I'm not sold on yet, what will I do instead? So maybe we can kind of just sketch up. And for some reason in my head, I keep thinking about doing like a black die cut belly band. I don't know. We're just gonna concept it out here and see what happens. I don't know what's going on. My copy paste is not working so good. Copy. Paste. I've been using this new AI. This new AI thing is pretty sweet. Like I can select this, generate a fill, and give it no prompt and hit enter, and it'll take it out. It's pretty amazing. Let's see if it does it. So look at that. It took it out. Like even like this thing right here. I could select this. This new AI thing. Let me just show you. Let me just show you how awesome this is. Let's go Google. Let's go mountain scene. All right, watch this. All right, we got a really nice picture of Mount Moran. Let me just open this image. Copy image. So it's a beautiful picture. It doesn't paste. Beautiful picture of Mount Moran. So like, watch this. I can like select like right here in the water. Just like that. Get generated fill. Place a small rowboat in this water. Enter. Boom. Rowboat in the water with reflections, and it gives me 3 different versions. I can pick this one, whatever, doesn't matter, and I can turn it on and off, and it retouches it for me. Watch this. Now watch this. I'll select this sky. Select this sky right here. Let's see if this works. Generated fill. Change the sky to a sunset. I mean, it looks like crap, but it did it. Or okay, let's do this. Right here, we'll select right over here on the bank. Add a log cabin with smoke coming from the chimney. Boom, log cabin. I mean, he put a smokestack on there. So there's this one, this one. Look at this, there's smoke. This is ridiculous. It's crazy. Anyways. I mean, it's crazy and scary because it's just going to end up taking my job in the future. Which, it's already doing that in some cases. But, whatever. I'm going to figure out how to utilize it. I'm just making this just so we have something to play around with. I like your attitude, C-Dub. I like it. My wife, I was talking to my wife just now while we were having coffee. And she was like, you know, with DEL, you could have like 2 versions of the DEL. You could have the diehard DEL fans that get up and start at like 5:30, and then you could have another group that after you have coffee and come back at like 7:30, you could have those people, and maybe give like special treatment to the people that are there, the diehards that are there. I like my wife's ideas. She has good ideas. Okay, that's good enough for right now. Yep, sounds like C-Dub is part of Group 2 today. All right, so one of the things that I was thinking about is if we look at the tuck case, it's got this kind of cool shape that's kind of like not a crescent moon. I'm okay with doing giveaways DL. That's fine. So what I was thinking was maybe we do something that's like this, where we've got a really cool, slick, black slipcase that has that same shape on the top and the bottom, like this. Welcome. I am from Russia. So what I was thinking was maybe something like this, where it's a black slipcase. And maybe we have like some really cool, we can have the spade, we can have this, you know, embossed. Let's go ahead and make it black first, just for illustration purposes. So think about the slipcase being like that. And then we emboss, maybe blind emboss this into the top. And then maybe have like this pattern that's cut out. I don't know. I like that. It's not too bad. And we can blind emboss Ronin on the side. Kind of like that. Slides on. It's pretty cool. I like that. We could find a really cool paper texture. They have paper that feels like, they call it like stone, and it feels like almost like a sandpaper that I think is really cool. We could do that out of the black. And so imagine each of the tuck cases. Let's see. Now, just suspend your imagination and know that each embossing will be a little bit different. The different symbol will be embossed differently. And you would have like spades, clubs, hearts, diamonds. Something like that. I think that's pretty cool. And I know that's going to be astronomically more feasible than doing that super complicated die cut. And I had this really cool bamboo I don't know if it's down here or not. I'll be right back. I had this 4-deck bamboo sliding box that had this cool kind of like angled box. Let me go get it right quick and I'll show you. And I had it made for this to like put the 4 decks in. All right, where'd I put it? So here is, where are you? Let me turn one of these lights on. If I can find the switch. So this is the bamboo. This is the bamboo prototype case that I had made. So you can see the edges are angled a little bit. So it's long. And it's got a gold pull tab like that. Very cool. And you pull it out and it holds 4 decks. The only problem with this, it's a little tight. We'd have to alter the, and I think on the inside, yeah, you can see on the inside, it's got a really nice black velvet. Super nice. But it fits really nice. We would have to resize it for sure to fit the deck with the black slipcase. But I thought it would be super sweet to have the 4 black decks with the little kind of like angled hole that you see the color of the tuck case on the inside with the black embossed uh, Japanese character. The only problem with having a box that's long like this is you have to be very deliberate about keeping it straight, because when you're pushing it back in, because it's so long, it can easily rack and get stuck, so it won't push in. So you have to be very deliberate about making sure that you see like that. I got to start, and we can make it better because we'll just make the box bigger. I just really racked it, got it stuck. But if you're deliberate about it, it doesn't get stuck at all and goes straight in like that. So that was the idea for Ronin. And we were also talking about in the top, maybe inlaying the four coins on each side of the suit. So when you pull it out, the coin that's for that suit is on top of where that deck is. That was the idea. All right, I turn the light off now. There we go. All right, let's get back to it. So I kind of like this. I know that I've already got a slipcase file for this. Let me find that. Right here. So all I need to do is add that little shape. Let me just find the center. All right, so all I want to do is take this shape that I made for the tuck case, and I want to extend that to this slip case. So I'm gonna get rid of these numbers. It's super distracting. Oh, you want to say hi to him?
Hi,
Hi. What's your name?
Olive.
Sweet. What do you do around here? What is your job around here? Blowing in the microphone? take this shape here and duplicate it. That would be very expensive. They can just widen a little bit. What do I plan to capture? I don't think it's not more complicated. It's not too complicated. Like, for one, I really like old Japanese woodblock prints, which is the kind of style that they did all these samurai images in. I really like that. I like the idea, the concept of that kind of like feudalistic Japan. That's super cool to me. I like it. I'm interested in it, with having like the shogun, you know, shogun would be kind of like a European equivalent to like a lord or a baron. I like that. It's cool. The like tradition and honor that goes with it of samurai, I really like. And so, and for me, just artistically, it's more just like taking like Japan was very, during that period, like everything was like visual, like, the different classes had different kind of patterns and colors that they were using, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm just kind of riding on that and then recreating that style of those woodblock prints that I like so much. And just, I feel like I make my best work when I take different art styles or different art styles from different time periods and mimic, kind of chameleon that art style and those types of things to tell my own story. And with this, the story is you have these 4 different clans that represent the suits, and they're all fighting each other. And maybe we can like create kind of a bio write-up of each clan, kind of like we did with Frontier, and how they're fighting. Like, oh, the clubs are always fighting the spades. That those 2 clans are like rival clans or whatever. I like that. I like that kind of thing. So. It's a good question, though. Was this spades? Yeah. So imagine all this stuff that's black. Imagine the slipcase being black itself, black paper, and then all of these images being embossed without any ink or foil onto the tuck case. It'd be pretty sweet. What's up, Kenny? What? I don't have the clubs? Where's the clubs back? Give me a break. Do it live. We'll do it live. All right, so we got the clubs, diamonds, hearts, spades. I like it. Let me check out the tuck cases. I like it. I like them. Okay. I think that's going to be good for me today. So I'm pumped that DEL's back. Tomorrow, I'm back in the, I'm kind of reoriented with the project. I got the tuck cases kind of lined out. That's good. The back designs. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow is start back with just tweaking the back designs so that all the color schemes match each of the new tuck case colors, that kind of thing. And then we'll get started on the court cards. So thanks for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get started around 5:30 in the morning, and then I'll go till about 7. I may get started at 5, and this will be every day, 7 days a week. 5 o'clock, 5:30 is when I get started. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 002 of the new DEL. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot. Peace out.